Okay, I've been learning some things with small electronics all summer long, and I thought maybe it would be a cool thing to talk about some of the tools that I've learned that are really handy for this kind of hobby. So let's talk about all these pliers here. I got some needle nose pliers here. I use these a lot to just straighten the tips on bent wires, and this is a smaller pair of needle nose pliers. Got it at Ace. These are great. Um, some good wire snips are essential. These are smaller ones. I'm using small kind of electronics with little wires. This thing's great. And then I got really tired of the cruddy wire strippers I had, so decided I need some better wire strippers. I thought this looked interesting. This is a tool that automatically pinches and pulls apart, and it's supposed to strip automatically. You don't need that for this hobby. That thing is really kind of not very good. Maybe if you pay more, you can get something nice. But I found that this other tool I bought at the auto parts store was just perfect for what I'm doing, and that really does a great job for stripping these small wires. Let's talk about wires. So when I first started out, I was using this. Here we go. This is solid core wire. This is great for working with breadboards because you can cut whatever you need to, and that solid core is stiff enough that you can stick it right into your breadboard and do your prototypes. But it's really kind of only good for that. And then I discovered somebody reviewed this as a silicone wire. It's insulated with silicone. See how floppy it is? This is great if you are working on some kind of project and you have to build something that needs to move around, and you need some flexibility, and you're not gonna break apart things. So I found that the what is this? This is a stranded core. It makes it more flexible, and the silicone doesn't melt when I'm soldering. So I got these, solid core and stranded silicone coated wire on Amazon. For some reason, you can't find small wire at the local hardware store. It seems like you got to get that online. So I mentioned melting when soldering. So this stuff melts when I solder. Maybe I'm not very good at soldering. This silicone stuff can take a lot of heat. It doesn't melt. It's pretty good. Speaking of soldering, I started out with this kind of cheapo soldering iron I got off of an Alibaba.com or something like that. Super cheap, and it was kind of good enough. But I found that I was always bumping this temperature knob with my fingers as I was using it, and I accidentally left it on one night. Thankfully, I didn't burn the house down. And the tips I was using kind of got crappy. I think that was because of the way I was using them. But anyway, I decided to upgrade and got something else here on Amazon, and I've decided that this brass cleaner here for getting the extra junk off your soldering tip is key. That stuff is really wonderful for keeping the tips clean. And so for not a whole lot more, I mean, this is kind of a middle of the road, not too expensive soldering station. I really like the features where you can you've got your adjustable temperature gauge, and this thing will actually see, it tells me as it's heating up. That's a really nice feature. This thing will automatically shut itself off if I don't use it, which is nice. Again, I don't have to worry about burning the house down. A lot of these things I see had these spools where you can put your solder on a spool and just kind of pull it as you're working. I could kind of take or leave that feature. That's really not a big deal. Having something to clean like this is real nice. You can buy these separately. They don't have to be integrated into the whole kit, but I definitely am real happy with upgrading the soldering iron. You want a good one. Another thing that is key for me has been this kind of helping hands thing. Magnify glass here is really clutch. This one has a light that is powered by a USB plug that helps. You see a lot of these models on Amazon, and you might wonder what the heck is going on over here. Well, this thing is so long and wobbly, and it falls down under its own weight. So I tried to brace it with a couple wooden dowels here, and these arms are okay. these clips fall out a lot on me as I'm working with them. They just kind of squeeze. See there, they squeeze right in. So I think if I had to do this again, I would get something with maybe fewer arms that were shorter and stiffer. I don't like the way this lamp is always wobbling on me every time. I'll get it just where I want it sometimes, and then I let go and it bounces all over the place. So that's something I'm not real happy with, but I am glad I have the light more than anything, and it is helpful. But I think if I was going to get a different one, I would go with. I've seen some that look like they have more metal-like arms that might be a little stiffer. I think that would be a better way to go. So those are some of the things I've found myself using over and over and over again this summer as I've learned to do some soldering and small electronic stuff. Maybe that helps somebody out there.